Hi, PerspectaWeather.com meteorologist Paul Dorian here on Monday, August 6th. A hot weather pattern here in the Mid-Atlantic region to start the new work week. We reached 90+ degrees on Sunday afternoon. It looks like that should happen again today and on Tuesday afternoon as well in the D.C., Philadelphia, New York City corridor. The cool frontal system will come our way later Wednesday. Probably the best chance for showers and thunderstorms over the next few days will be occurring on Wednesday afternoon, Wednesday evening with that frontal system. There can be some scattered showers and thunderstorms on Tuesday afternoon, but again, probably a better chance comes with the frontal system. That front then stalls out to the south and east of here during the latter part of the work week, and it could in fact play a role in our weekend weather as it turns around and tries to come back north as a warm front this upcoming weekend. Before we get to the local weather situation, let's take a look at the sea surface temperature anomalies around the world and point out a few areas of interest, areas that I continue to monitor closely as we push through the summer into the fall. First of all, El Nino is trying to get going here in the equatorial part of the Pacific Ocean. We know by measurements below the surface of the ocean, below the top level, that there's some warmer than normal water just sitting beneath the surface, and all it really will take will be a weakening of the trade winds, kind of a westerly burst of winds in the equatorial part of the Pacific Ocean that should pull up that warmer water from underneath to the surface. So there's still a decent chance of a weak El Nino forming over the next month or two, and we'll continue to monitor that. Certainly an El Nino in the central part of the Pacific Ocean could have big ramifications on the winter outlook here in the northeastern U.S. Other areas of interest, we've been pointing this area out for several weeks now. Much colder than normal water surrounding the island of Greenland, the largest island in the world, and it's very cold here, likely contributing to the high snowpack on Greenland right now, above normal snowpack for this time of the year, and that too can have some ramifications on the upcoming winter season in the northeastern U.S. Also, off of Africa, continuation of some colder than normal conditions that is inhibiting Atlantic Basin tropical activity right now, and if that continues, that could very well play a role in the upcoming winter season as well. So those are three important areas. One final area I'd like to point out, we're watching this warm blob of water here tucked into the south of Alaska. That has certainly played a role in the middle part of this decade in the wintertime situation in the eastern U.S. If in fact we can get a persistent area of warmer than normal waters out here, what that tends to do is form high pressure ridging in most levels of the atmosphere. That kind of sets up a flow like this, and that results in some colder air masses coming into the eastern U.S. during a wintertime season. Again, the winters of 14, 15, 15, 16, the middle part of this decade featured this warm blob of water tucked in just south of Alaska, and that too can have big ramifications on the upcoming winter season in the eastern U.S. So we'll monitor all these areas over the next weeks and months to come. Well, here's the latest surface map. A couple of big players here on the field. First of all, large high pressure sitting right on top of the Mid-Atlantic region. Another most likely rain-free day. Cannot 100% rule out an isolated shower later today, early tonight, but for the most part, a rain-free and hot day. Rather high humidity levels as well. We start off the day with dew points in the low 70s, quite uncomfortable for this time of the year, especially with temperatures reaching the 90-degree mark during the afternoon. And in fact, it should hit anywhere from 90 to 95 today in the D.C., Philadelphia, New York City corridor. Quite a hot day to start the new work week. Upstream, we have this cool frontal system right in this region right here across the northern plains, backed up by some cool Canadian high pressure system. That frontal system will slowly move to the south and east over the next 24 to 48 hours or so, reaching the I-95 corridor late Wednesday, early Wednesday night. Again, that probably will result in pretty widespread showers and thunderstorms during the PM hours later Wednesday afternoon into the early part of Wednesday. That front then kind of stalls out to the south and east of the Mid-Atlantic region and could turn around and have an impact on the upcoming weekend in a negative way, with the possibility of some clouds and showers and thunderstorms during the upcoming weekend, but we'll worry about that over the next couple of days. Well, let's walk through the upper level 500 millibar height anomalies from last night's 6E GFS model run. Lots of orange here throughout the eastern U.S. Higher heights than normal usually translates into higher temperatures than normal. Indeed, that's the case here. Again, 90 to 95 degrees this afternoon in the I-95 corridor zone from D.C. to Philly to New York City, and above normal temperatures throughout the eastern U.S. upstream. Trough moving into the northern plains during the day today, and we'll move ahead in 6-hour increments. These maps available at tropicaltidbits.com. This wave moves over the Great Lakes on Tuesday and then slowly slides in to the Mid-Atlantic region, at least the northeastern U.S. right here come Wednesday morning. And again, that's associated with that weak cool frontal system. It could provide just enough lift to cause some more widespread showers and thunderstorms later Wednesday into the early part of Wednesday night. And it will be rather seasonal behind that frontal system in terms of temperatures on Thursday and Friday. Probably the 90s today, tomorrow, perhaps even Wednesday. That's kind of the transition day, but most likely the 80s for highs on Thursday and Friday. And again, then we'll watch that frontal system as it stalls out to the south and east of here and perhaps turns around as a warm front during the upcoming weekend. Well, let's now look at the surface forecast maps from the 6E GFS model run. High pressure in control, an isolated shower or two in the general vicinity of the Mid-Atlantic region today, but again, primarily rain-free, hot and humid in the I-95 corridor. Let's move ahead here. Not much activity, only an isolated shower later today, tonight. Now, tomorrow afternoon, there's a little better chance of scattered showers and thunderstorms, certainly better than this afternoon. So we'll call it scattered showers and thunderstorms for Tuesday afternoon, another 90-degree day. And then we'll move towards the day on Wednesday, the midweek, and right in this region right here, we'll have this cool frontal system right in here pressing into the region of the I-95 corridor during the midday and afternoon hours. And then by evening, we'll have probably a pretty widespread area of showers and thunderstorms in the Mid-Atlantic region right along the I-95 corridor. That frontal system will then push on through, will dry out on Thursday and Friday. A little bit less hot weather expected for Thursday and Friday. Again, 90-plus degrees today and tomorrow, perhaps even Wednesday, but 80s likely for highs on Thursday and Friday. And then we'll watch as that front perhaps turns around and pushes to the north this weekend, causing some clouds and possible showers and thunderstorms in the Mid-Atlantic region. That's it for now. A hot start to the new work week here in the Mid-Atlantic region. For PerspectaWeather.com, I'm meteorologist Paul Dorian.